Okay, so can you get a nice quote unquote condo in the cities in the Philippines? Manila, outside of BGC, Cebu, in a good enough area, etc., for $350, or with today's market conversion, 20,000 pesos. So the technical answer to that is going to be yes, and let me explain. I just released a video that has got a lot of views and a couple of people giving me pushback in the comments because I had mentioned that outside of BGC for around $300 or around the 20K mark that you can get a nice condo, and they're saying no you can't, you're lying to your viewers, etc. And they were asking for examples, and I gave a couple, but let me make this video so I clear up any confusion. So an example that I gave, and I'll give a few more, is the Jazz Residences. That is going to be in Makati, and you can get one there for 20K. I'll put some screenshots at the end of the video if you make it to the end and show you the current ones ready at 20K. Another example is going to be Air Residences. These are high-rise, legitimate high-rise buildings with swimming pools, gyms, not in a bad area. Makati is not known as a bad area at all. This is not Tondo. This is like, a lot of foreigners living there, etc. These are going to be lower end buildings compared to uptown BGC or like the Gramercy or something, but they are still certainly legitimate, like impressive high rises. Like if you're staying there and you meet a Filipina or something like that, like these are legitimate buildings with amenities and guards and concierge, etc. Another one that I will point out is Azur in Parañaque, which was designed supposedly by Paris Hilton, or definitely. You could pick up units there for 18K. Now let me clarify that 90% of the time you're going to be looking at studio types, but most of these studio types have a solid partition that closes. So if you have a spouse that works nights, or you want to get some sleep and your partner doesn't, or whatever the case may be, you have a buddy in town and they're crashing on your couch, and you can close a curtain. You can buy a blackout curtain on Lazada for $3 for each section, for $9 to do the whole thing or whatever, and you essentially have like a fake bedroom. And a lot of these, the restroom is in the front of that, so the person will not need to come into your quote-unquote bedroom to use the restroom. So also a lot of these units have balconies, so they will be studio types. They could be anywhere from 20 to, a lot of them are actually like 30 something square meters with the balcony. Some of them don't have balconies, some of them do. So they do exist, and they're not all like the 19 square meter ones. A lot of the condos that I lived in BGC that were 30 to 45K, 35K, were all, maybe 40 square meters to be generous. A lot of them were like 33 or 37, or a lot of times they misrepresent them and say they're 37 when they're 33, and they don't even have balconies and stuff. And let me give you another example of actually in uptown BGC right now. In the Philippines, if they say unfurnished, they mean no air conditioning, no nothing. So you don't want those units, of course, because you don't want to buy air conditioners and then rip them out, or, etc. But semi-furnished means it has an air conditioner and maybe some other things. So you would really just need to buy a bed, a couch, a television, because these are tiny condos. So you wouldn't need much more than, a coffee table or whatever you would need. Some of them may have fridges and washing machines. Some of them may not. But at Avida, Turf, and Montaigne, right this second, you can rent those for $25,000. The markets are taking a bit of a downturn as of recently, and something that was 30 last year, in the low 30s, is now 25. The purchase price is getting a little bit soft as well. I'm seeing condos that were certainly 9 million last year in the 7s now. It's just starting as of the last few months, so I don't blame the uninformed people or people that aren't renting tons of condos, or that aren't in the scene, pricing things out all the time, for thinking that I was wrong. But I'm actually not wrong. I mean, that's uptown BGC. If you buy a couch, a bed, and a TV for $446 a month, and those are not bad buildings at all. Montaigne is great. It's not like a premier building or something, or like the nicest place ever, but that's uptown BGC. There was a place at Tryon Towers that I looked at. It was kind of like in one of the older towers. It's like probably built in 2010 or something. And I could have got that for $30K, and that had a closing door bedroom. That's in a prime area by High Street. So there is deals out there if you look around, and by all means, 1000% in a good area, you can get a place for $350 or 20,000 pesos. And like I said, you can literally get an unfurnished unit in Uptown BGC right now for 25. And things have just softened over the last few months, and I've really had my eye on things. And, you know, I understand if you're thinking that I'm wrong. I'm definitely not wrong, because I'm going to put the screenshots at the end of this video and show you that I'm not wrong. But it's always nice to have a healthy debate, and I figured this was worth a video. But yeah, those are just a few. In Cebu, someone just told me I was wrong in the comment section. Cebu, Horizons 101, the tallest building in Cebu. By all means, not nice. This is not Gramercy where I used to live, or, you know, one of these premier buildings that I lived in BGC. But I stayed at Horizons 101 for multiple days. It's not, you know, the nicest building, but it's certainly nice enough. You know what I mean? It was cool for me to stay there for a few days, and it's not bad. It's not a bad area. It's not the slum. I mean, anyone that says that it is, be realistic. We probably come from America where, you know, you've been to North Las Vegas, or you've been to downtown LA, or you've been to areas, you know, where your life is in danger. By no means at the Jazz residences or Air residences or the Paris Hilton condos, Azure or Horizons 101 is your life in danger. You know, so these are all acceptable condos. They're going to be, you know, maybe around 300 square feet, but you're going to have the amenities. Some of them have balconies. Definitely something that would be 10x in a major city like a Los Angeles, and it really wouldn't exist. It would be twice the size, but 10x. Or, you know, you just couldn't live in a high-rise in America anywhere worth living for less than $2,000. Would it be bigger? Certainly. But yeah, so these deals do exist, and these buildings are not, you know, in Tondo or in a terrible area at all, because I've been in these buildings. I've known people that live there. I've gotten Airbnbs at places like Air Residences. Very tall buildings, some of the most beautiful views, and really a great bargain. And yeah, the markets have slipped a bit as of recently, and we're starting to go backwards with pricing and with rentals, because things just got so out of control for a while there. So if you're gonna buy, I suggest maybe give it 6 months to a year to see what happens with the China situation, and just, you know, the demand softening a bit, and there being too many units available, and too many people trying to do Airbnb, etc., etc. As a buyer or a renter right now, you're really in the driver's seat. There's always negotiation room. There's always negotiation room on that 2-month deposit. There's always a negotiation room on the length of the lease. There's always negotiation room on many different things. So it's definitely a renter's market right now. And I believe possibly as soon as in 6 months from now, and certainly in 12 months from now, if my prediction is correct, it will be a buyer's market. So I just want to bring that information to you guys, since people were calling me out in the comments saying that I'm lying to my viewers and stuff. I will splice in examples, or you can simply look up Air Residences, Jazz Residences, Azure in Parañaque, which is a part of Manila. I'm sure many places in Quezon, Grass Residences. You can look up Horizons 101, and you can see that everything that I'm saying is 100% correct. Keep in mind, I have a real estate license in America, and I know a little bit about what I'm talking about. If you need help finding a condo, feel free to email me under my About section, jasperinthephilippines@gmail.com. If you have questions regarding your move to the Philippines, I do consultations. You can email me regarding that as well. But just wanted to bring you this free information and give you exact specific examples in the 2 major cities and the most popular places for expats to move. I apologize for the wind. Just wanted to show you the beautiful view of Manila right now, and just bring you that quick information. Like, comment, subscribe, share the video, and sana all. Beautiful Manila City at night, cinematic.